I miss them. Like, I miss the friendship.
Would those people even fit into your daily life as it is right now? Like,
all right. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. My name is Lauren Kelly. I've never introduced myself by my full name, but whatever. My name is Lauren Kelly. In this video today, we're going to be talking about just grieving friendships and kind of things that I did that I think may be helpful to you, that you can do if you are trying to get past, move on, and just live your life. But before we get into this video, please go ahead and like it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I feel like in our mid-20s, we just really need to be talking about some more
of these things because they're very confusing and it feels like it shouldn't be a problem, but it kind of is. And it's like, should I be worried about this?
Look, sis, you're not alone. You're not alone. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this video. I had the idea to make this video because, you know, it's late September, about to be early October, and in my Snapchat memories, you know, Snapchat will show you like this happened, you know, so many years ago today. I'm getting a lot of like videos of, you know, going out with some old friends of mine and just seeing those people that I used to hang out with and call friends, and knowing that we haven't talked in years and it's probably better that way, but still feeling like, oh, I kind of miss them, you know? The first thing that I want to talk about are the 3 main ways that I believe. In editing, I realized I didn't tell y'all why I was saying these 3 things, but hang on, it will make sense. I, Lauren Kelly, not a licensed professional, believe that we lose friendship. Number 1 would be a huge argument blowout. We know what this is, pretty self-explanatory, but obviously there was some type of altercation that caused you and your friend to fall out. Second reason for a huge fallout, for you and your friends to not be friends anymore, would be you outgrow them. And not outgrow like, oh, you're better than them. I mean in a general sense, like you all are no longer relatable in your day-to-day activities. So, you know, that could be because one person is now a parent and the other person is still living a single person lifestyle, or one person gets married, one person becomes a business owner. Not that that other person won't get to that phase of their life, they just aren't there yet. So it's a change in lifestyle. So you kind of go separate ways in that way. And then the third way I think that friends fall out the hardest is just, it's a situational friendship. A situational friendship is, in my opinion, when only the situation made you all friends. The biggest example would be like, you were both friends because you went to the same high school, or you were both friends because you went to the same college. You were both friends because you worked together, or you were neighbors, or whatever the case may be. But once that situation is over, you're no longer friends, or you don't, you know, talk as much as you used to. And situational friendships are kind of weird because you would think that the bond would be stronger, but sometimes the situation also leads to you outgrowing the friendship because it wasn't enough there to keep you all friends. Obviously, there's other ways to lose a friend, but I think those are the 3 main ways. And once you kind of categorize like, okay, this was a situational friendship, it's easier to like be like, okay, well, we just were friends for that time. That's what they were good for. Moving along, another point that I want to make is that friendships are relationships, and they're like fancy special relationships, because a relationship, or like a romantic relationship, is usually exclusive. You know, you and that person are the only ones in that relationship to, you know, each other. Whereas friendships, you can have a lot of friendships, and it shouldn't, you know, be an issue with your other friends. They also take work, just like a romantic relationship. Getting into the meat of the video, okay, I know why I lost my friend, whether it be one of the 3, and I know a friendship is also a relationship. I'm still sad. And that's what I want to talk about, is the grieving of a friendship. And first and foremost, I want to start off by saying it is okay to miss a friend. And I think I made the point of a friendship is a relationship, because just like when you go through a breakup, people are like, oh, they just went through a breakup, they're feeling sad. But what about when you go through a friendship breakup? You also have the right to feel sad. And even though it's not like, you know, socially as, oh, they just went through a friendship breakup, like they're sad. you still should get the same, it should be, I feel like, the same kind of like, oh yeah, she's gonna be in the dumps for a little bit. So now moving on, I can talk about how I've kind of gotten over, not gotten over, but like worked out. When I first started seeing these things, you know, popping up in Snapchat, I thought, oh, my life was so much different then. You know, I missed really I miss the people, but I also miss the carefree lifestyle that I kind of had, especially because I hadn't fully accepted the new responsibilities and, you know, things that were happening in my life as something that I wanted at the time. So once I realized, you know, that, okay, I'm not in my college years anymore. I'm not in my early, I mean, technically, I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm not scared to tell my age. What is like 24? Like, you're not in your mid 20s, but I don't feel like that's like super early 20s either. Like, it's a weird turning phase of life. Like, yeah, I feel like it's like, yeah. Well, okay, now I'm comfortable with the, you know, lifestyle that I live, the responsibilities that I had, the growth that came with getting those responsibilities. I would say, okay, I don't miss the partying or the hanging out all the time, but now I miss the people. This particular video, I'm not really talking about people that fell out from an argument. It's more so people who are, you know, they grew apart. It's situational outgrowth. But for me, because we didn't have those friends, like we didn't have a bad falling out, I could kind of just appreciate them for what role they played in my life at that time. I don't talk to any of the girls that I used to hang out with in college, and you know, some of the friendships ended differently than others, but I don't want to give up having happy memories, you know, because they are memories, they're not my future. I shouldn't have to give up having happy memories with these people just because I'm not their friend anymore. I have put in my head that person played a role in my life at that time, and I can be happy with that role that they played. So the next thing would be, okay, I miss them. Like, I miss the friendship. Well, you're not the same person that you were when you were 18 to, you know, 22, or I don't know. Like, you're not that same person. Depending on how fresh the friendship breakup is, would those people even fit into your daily life as it is right now? Like, would they help you towards the goals you are trying to reach? Are they encouraging? Are they, you know, going to understand that some of the things that you're doing takes time and dedication, where, you know, when you were younger, you had more time in between class or after school or whatever, but now, you know, you have other things that take up a lot more of your time. Would they be understanding of those things? And if the answer is no, then those friendships weren't going to serve you where you are right now. And I use the word serving because ultimately a relationship, you have to both be getting something from it. And that's romantic, you know, any type of relationship, you know, you are essentially, whether it be good laughs and good drinks, or, you know, a shoulder to lean on, and they are your person who invites you out to eat because you're not gonna go if you don't go with someone. You have to be getting something in the relationship. I forgot where I was going with that. Okay, hold on. So backing up to the people who have lost someone and it was more of a negative fallout, you don't have to beat yourself up for being friends with someone or allowing yourself to let someone into your life. To be able to hold on to your happy memories, you can forgive them, but don't forget. So forgiving them, I think, lets you really just, okay, I'm gonna remember that we had this good time back in the day, but I'm not gonna forget that that person didn't grow with me to be able to remain in my life as it is today. And I know it's hard, and it's okay to be sad too. It's okay to miss that friend because they probably were a really good friend to you at some point in time, or you maybe wouldn't have been friends with them. But the key word here, people, is growth. You've grown. Just a side note, this is like all easier said than done. Getting over it and getting to the stage where you can just be happy with the memories that you have and move on is not gonna happen overnight. It's just not. Sometimes, you know, with friends, you lost some friends, so you want to replace them. That's not always the best decision either, because you want to give your new friends the courtesy of being their own without having to replace what you had. Once again, we have to forgive them, but not forget that if they were meant to be in your life at this point, they would be here. And that's another point of, you know, like, what's the saying? Like, people are here for a reason. You're here for a reason, not a season. Or some people are here for a reason or a season. Maybe their reason in your life at that time was to have a good time, or was to, you know, bring you out of your shell. That was their season. Or I meant to say that was their season, to bring you out of your shell, to, you know, have a good time. But the reason, you know, was good for that season. That was it. So now that you are out of your shell and you can go out to eat by yourself or whatever, you don't really need them like that anymore. And the final thing that I kind of just want to talk about is we see these friend groups and we think, oh wow, they have so many friends. Like, and I know this is a problem of mine. Like, if you in the past you had 10 friends and now you have 2, be happy for those 2 and be grateful for those 2, because at least you see who has stuck around and went through growing pains with you. Because it's better to have 2 really great friends than 10 really wishy-washy, iffy friends. And not saying that they're bad people, but are they reliable? Are you getting what you need out of this friendship? Or is it just someone to say, I call a friend just because, you know? You don't have any friends. This video is not really addressing that part, but hey, at least you don't have bad friends or friends that don't want what's best for you. So that's really hard too, but I guess, you know, being grateful for not having bad friends, because honestly, people can be manipulative, and if they know they're your only friend, you know, they might take advantage if they are that type of person. Not saying there's anything wrong with having one friend. I'm just saying that I would rather have no friends than one bad friend. Let's put that in air quotations too. Also, you don't want a friendship that is forced either, just because I don't have a friend, you don't have a friend, because at some point it's just going to get exhausting, because you really don't relate to each other in the first place. You're just trying to make it work. Just like relationships, if you try to make them work and you're just forcing it, it's not genuine, it's not naturally happening, so it's not meant to be. All right guys, I think I covered everything in this video on just how I was able to really just kind of grieve my friendships, letting those memories live happily in the past, and just accepting that they probably wouldn't serve me the way I need friendships to serve me now that I did all those years ago. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.